Hey, badass business owners, welcome to another episode of the Local Small Business Coach Podcast, where each episode we work on getting you to $100,000 in take-home pay. So if you're all ready to boost your profits, increase your sales, improve your processes, and develop stronger teams so you can stop living job to job, then let's dive in. Hey, badass business owners, welcome back to the show. It's Thursday. It's Know Your Numbers Day. And recently I've been talking about gross margin, and we've been talking about, we're going to be diving in here shortly more into expenses and stuff like that. But one of the questions that I've had to do with franchise fees and royalty fees and fees that are basically paying on a regular basis to your franchisee, your franchisor, because you're the franchisee, and where do those go? Here's the basic thing. First off, you have the main franchise fee that you pay when you bought the business, and your accountant will help you put that where it needs to go, but that's something that you depreciate each year, and that's not on your profit and loss. That's over on your balance sheet, over off to the side. But the ongoing fees that you pay, typically there's going to be two types. There's a royalty fee, and then there's an advertising fee. And both of them come off of the top line. So they come right off of your top line sales. So if you're wondering, do they go into your cost of goods sold in the upper portion to get to your ultimate net income, or do they go into your expenses? That's the question. And honestly, each franchise kind of does it a little bit different. For mine, and for the way that I did it, I put it in my cost of goods because it comes off your sales no matter what, and it's your top line sales. So I knew that for every dollar I sold, I had to pay both this advertising fee and this franchise fee. So they were paid no matter what. Now, how with on the tax side, how they were accounted for, obviously the advertising fees would go under advertising, and the franchise fee went under a different category. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. But for my cost of goods, I wanted to know what my gross margin was on each of those products, and I was able to put it under the cost of goods sold section. So what it would be is I had my top line sales, my revenue, and then under my cost of goods section, I had actually, for example, the product that I used. So since it was an ice cream store, it would be the ice cream, and then it would be the paper, the cups, and the things that we would put it in, and then any other items. There were a couple other items. And then I had actually in there my franchise fees were another section in there till I got to what my gross margin was, because no matter what, it was paid off at the top dollar. It didn't matter anything else. It wasn't paid off of profits. Bottom line profits or after net profits or anything like that. So it was just straight after cost of goods and stuff like that. But because it was off of top line revenue, I put it up there. That's how I accounted for it on my profit and loss / income statement. It made the most sense. For most of you, you can probably put it where you want to put it, but just know that you probably turn in a profit and loss statement or an income statement monthly to your franchisor. So you might as well go with whatever they have it set up as, because sometimes they'll have a system that they have you key it into, your numbers into. You might as well stay with the flow of what they tell you. But if you want to calculate out your true cost of goods and you want to know what your gross margin is, then I would do it on the side, and I would put it under the cost of goods up on that top line, because no matter what, it's coming right off of that top line. And honestly, it's you're starting at a deficit before you do anything else, before you add any of your expenses. So for accounting purposes, you may have to put it in someplace different based off of your franchise. But when you're trying to figure out your gross margin of your products and services, I highly recommend that you put it up there with in your cost of goods sold, because I think that that's going to give you a much clearer representation, because it doesn't matter what you do at that price, whether you lower that price, you raise that price, or if you change your cost of goods to produce that price. In order for you to get a true gross margin, it's coming out of there, because it's coming out of there whether you want to or not. It's the first thing that gets paid. Obviously to buy the product gets paid first, but the very next thing that you have to pay is that before you pay anything else is you have to pay those franchise fees, whether they're one number or they're broken into the two. They have to be paid right off at the top. So to me, I like them in that gross margin section, because I just think that it really just does help you get a better understanding of what it is that you're doing. All right. So hopefully that answers the question. If any of you guys happen to do it a different way or have a different take on it, I'd be glad to hear it. You can shoot it over to me at Tammy at Local Small Business Coach. I'll be glad to take a look at it and see whatever. But like I said, from a reporting standpoint, you're probably going to have to follow what your franchise does. But when you're figuring out your gross margin, like I said, I recommend putting it in there because it's coming off no matter what. All right. With that, I'm going to go ahead. Today's a nice, short, sweet one. So I will see you on the next episode. Bye for now. Hey, badass business owner, if you're interested in taking your knowledge to the next level on understanding the numbers of your business, then head on over to knowyourbusinessnumberscourse.com and sign up to be one of the first to get any new items I put together to help you take your skills to the next level. Not only will you get immediate access to any new videos I create, but you'll also get copied on any tools I create to help you get better at understanding your business numbers. Plus, get any updates on the upcoming course, Know Your Business Numbers, where I will be taking a much deeper dive into the numbers that will help you become the badass business owner I know you are. So once again, if you want to keep building the skill, building this business muscle, check out the link in the show notes and head on over to knowyourbusinessnumberscourse.com and sign up now. Don't you think it's time to use your business numbers to earn more profits?